So Zuko or Aang needed a teacher. Aang needed someone to teach him firebending. And well, that's a big problem if all the ops are firebenders, right? How are we gonna find someone who's gonna teach us without them blast us? Like, oh, Zuko comes along and everything. They have their little chit chat, little beef, and now boom, you can teach me firebending. Cool. He lost his ability to firebend because he switched sides, because he went from bad to good. And this is actually something that actually happens, like in real life, where you just make a sudden pose of change in your life. The energy is not gonna be like your soul needs to adjust to its new home. Your soul has to, like, it's refining itself in that process. It's making itself better. It's making, like, the fire also is it's a process of refining. Because if you look at blacksmiths or people who make weapons, they use fire to refine. Fire is used to refine. The Holy Spirit is used to refine. That's what it's supposed to do. It's used to, like, make you stronger and stronger and stronger. If you let the fire burn you, which is just, again, the Holy Spirit, like, not the Holy Spirit, but the Kundalini energy burn you, and it's like, then it's your own energy in essence, kind of your own energy that you asked for, that I could actually explain easy. So in this illustration, it might look very, very crappy. This literally looks like my nephew did. Please, just bear with me. So there is a cloud of spirits that is generically called cats, house cats. So all house cats get their spirit from this cloud. It's not till your cloud goes in this cluster, comes and takes your cat. So we'll take my cat, for example. My cat, his name is Mufasa. So let's just say I went in, I took Mufasa, right? And then I left, and now it's me and Mufasa, and then the generic types of cats. Mufasa, well then now he has a spirit, and the spirit is now named Mufasa, right? But his soul will now start to reflect everyone around the family. His soul will start to be part of my mom's, be part of mine. Like, he'll actually start building a soul. Like and then you can actually see how animals can actually build a soul. Some animals have more soul than people. If you actually see it, some animals care way more than people. They're way more emotional than people. So, like, this example is actually very clear. Like, the people around you will determine what type of soul the spirit will become, or what type of soul the spirit will either learn or learn how to project back. And so for my case, for my cat Mufasa, he learned how to project my spirit. So it's just like, kind of gives me attitude all random. It just looks at me, stares me down, just dips, leaves the house, comes in, eats, and just sleeps, poops, leaves. Yeah, so just he literally cheats like a whole damn, and he'll be talking every now and then. So it's just it's really funny. But then at the same time, you'll come up to your leg, you'll wrap around your leg, sit here while you're watching TV, sit here while you're doing homework, look at you and stuff. Like, he does so much funny things that's like, there's so much, like, he even like rolls in the eyes a lot of times when I do stupid stuff. When things have more soul, or you can tell when someone is talking a certain way, they have more. There's more in them than meets the eye. There's more than the name. There's more than their spirit. Yo, I had the pleasure of meeting a lot of good people in this life. I've had the pleasure of meeting a lot of lost people and stuff, a lot of bad people, and they've all taught me lessons. And it's the ones that have access to their souls that is the one that teach me the most. You'll be surprised, there'll even be bad people in situations with such bright souls. It's the same thing that they said in Lucifer. Darker the darkness, the brighter the light. So it's just them staining their light just so they don't, like, some people are so scared of their light that they rather just stain it than rather live up to it. But there is a point where you stain it so much where you can't really have access to it anymore. And we do live in a soulless society too. But we're not given no initiation. Our initiation at best will be like, what, There you go. Here's your degree that cost you like 40, 50,000. Go make yourself in this world. Go do it. That's our initiation, you know. But little do we know, our soul has its own like initiation process. Like, trial by like fire, trial by earth, trial by air, trial by water, and trial by ether, which is just spirit, spirit itself. But we have a lot of trial, and our soul is literally gonna put us through our own, like our soul is gonna put us against ourselves. And that's if you really are meant, if you really want to always better yourself, you will always pin yourself against you. You don't gotta pin yourself against anyone else, because no one else is competition compared to you. Like, you're your competition. You're the person you should be getting. You should always want to better yourself for yourself, not for someone else, not for the people around you, not because the people around you told you either, not because other people have so much control over your life that you're not aware of it either. You know what I mean? Control over you, or they're not allowed to like control your very emotions or how you think or what you're doing, all that. People will actually like, and to that it's okay, because just go against yourself as always. What can I do better next time? Or maybe not waste my time at all with this type of shit. Like, completely, right? So this is where like you start bettering yourself, you start bettering your soul, you start bettering who you are, you start building. And then this is where your soul will start radiating through the character, through your spirit. Your spirit is like your energy signature, you know, like your soul is your energy signature, and like your soul is your main energy signature. But your spirit is just the thing that kind of, it gives off an energy too. Like, it gives off energy by itself, because it is supposed to be like your energy source also. You know what I mean? Because that's the thing that powers you up. So if your soul isn't up to par, like if your spirit isn't up to par, like if your spirit doesn't have high energy and everything, you'll see it'll probably get higher. It'll probably be very hard to do anything regular on a day, or just to go for a job, or just to do everything regular that you always plan to do. When you have a low spirit, like low spirits, that kind of makes it high. Or when you're drinking, you start having high spirits, right? You start just talking a lot, start being more cheerful, everything like that. But then when that happens, also you give room for, when you're drinking at that level, you give room for spirits to come through you. And that's why when people are drunk, you see that your soul has no, like, it doesn't like no baggage, it doesn't like anything. It just likes being it, likes being cool, likes being chill, likes hanging out, likes doing that, it likes being happy. It's just that. If your soul is that, your soul is that. If your soul is not that, I don't know what to say. But it will leave again. It would rather not deal with any of this useless stuff. I wouldn't want to either. You know what I mean? I would honestly just want to dip out. I don't want to deal with any of this. And so that's what your soul does. It dips out. And so this is where it comes in from the other episodes, where now your spirit starts making clones. Your spirit is the thing that makes shadow clones for you, because it's the thing that goes to the experience, but then it can also like split, and because your soul has to split too, because trauma splits, but your spirit will split. And you have two different spirits inside of you, and then maybe you'll act two different, and then you'll have another one when you're angry, when you're sad, when you're angry, sad, and mad. Like, you know what I mean? You have very different characters. So this is the way your soul splits itself. Shadow clones start taking over, and shadow clones can just like be like your emotional takeover, because you're like, those emotions and your spirit are truly a clone of your soul. Like spirit is trying to conform into your soul properly, but it has so much baggage from this realm. It's so hard, and all the baggage from this realm, to be honest, is humanity. Like all this humanity stuff, I'm not even gonna lie. This kind of sucks, but all this, we gotta save each other, which is like, it's kind of sucks. But all this, like, the way we save each other is by we save ourselves. Like, literally, we change our world, then we can go around and actually help people change their world, instead of like everyone says. And so like-minded souls will always drift, come together to drift. But the thing is, we also have a lot of like soul groups and everything like that, which is kind of not misleading in itself, but it is true. We're like a bunch of, so say you and your friends came from the same soul group, So maybe why this is why maybe it might be a bit hard for you to just like get things done or separate or do anything alone from these people. You know what I mean? That might be your challenge for the moment, to separate from that and find your like the real soul group, your real tribe. You know what I mean? Find the people that really support you instead of your false soul. Instead of the one you're sent here with. Find the one that's actually meant to fit you, and that would be like places, because this is the like these YouTube communities are still amazing. Like a lot of them may be like, a lot of them are kind of, I'm not lying, it's like the blind leading the blind, and pretty much literally I'm blind. So you know, I'm literally not gonna sit here and profess that I know the way that I profess I know this. No. I'm just literally gonna sit here and just talk here like we're just talking. Like I just want to talk. I just want to get these ideas out. I just love talking. That's just it. Everyone around me kind of hates talking, so I just thought like, fuck it, yo. I'll get a mic. Yeah, other people to talk to. Whoever wants to talk. Whoever wants to hear you. It's like there's other people out here that just think like other people like this. What I'm gonna put this thing. Last but not least, the book that you guys should the book at the beginning that I referenced was the Astral Projection Workbook, How to Retrieve Overall Out of Body Experience. But this right here is the key kind of getting out. Not completely, but astral travel, lucid dreaming. Like if you know how, you can build your dimension of where you're going to be after you die. And with that, I hope you guys have a good night and stay safe. Catch you guys next time.
Away from his teacher. Right, Naruto? The tale of Jiraiya the Gallant. Well, now it'll end a bit better, I hope. The final chapter. I'll call it Frog at the bottom of the well drifts off into the great ocean. Just barely glorious, but glorious indeed. Now, I suppose it's about time I put down my pen. Oh, that's right. What should I name the sequel? I wonder. Let's see. The Tale of